Hey guys, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. I know that I had supposed to come on around 11 o'clock a.m. Central my time, but I decided to come in right now. I hope you guys can hear me real good because I am not on my mic. So I hope you guys can hear me real good. Let me see if I can do a mic check in case you guys come in and watch the replay. So I'm just checking to see if everything sounds good. So, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. I hope you guys can hear me real good. As you can see by the title, we're going to go ahead and talk about all this shenanigan as Mawa will go ahead and talk about. The title is When the World Collide, Green Grass Feds, and guess who observe the negative energy? You know exactly who is the one that's going to absorb the negative energy. So, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And let me go ahead and do one more mic check to make sure that everything is clear because I am not on my mic. And make sure you go ahead and share this live. Share this live for more unapologetic content. I wanted to come on, even though in my neck of the wood down here in the United States it's 6 o'clock, well 6:37 a.m. And I decided to come on a little early because I know when it comes to the African time in Kenya, I think it's like 10 hours ahead of us. So you guys should be about your day. I mean, just enjoying your day, having fun out there in the sun. I see Gracious is in the house saying blessing chat unapologetic real talk. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me real good. Because I am in my bed. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. I'm not even in the on my mic. I'm not even in the studio. So give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me real good because this right here is a conversation that I wanted to go ahead and talk about, especially when you think that the grass is greener on the other side. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And again, guys, happy blessed Sunday to all those that are out there. Happy blessed Sunday. And this right here, like I said, this is a much needed conversation. You put your business out there. Trust me, you can't tell people how to tell your story. You cannot, especially when it comes to grown adults. So, when I saw a couple of videos when it comes to I Am Mawa, and anyone that does not know who is I Am Mawa, he is a content creator from Kenya, Africa, in a rural area called Nabahansi. And I want to go ahead and talk about it a little bit because I was watching their video when I actually saw, and I remember when one of my mods had said the same thing, where she had said that when it came to Mawa is giving Rosia, and that is not his wife. That is someone that he decided to move in and have a child with. A beautiful child. I'm not going to give it take that away. And the child is very bubbly. I mean, very bubbly, very, very handsome child. But when you around negative energy, and that's exactly what I want to talk about. When you are around negative energy transfer, and I'm pretty sure, and I hope that it's not true that by she's so negative, 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 negative. We should be calling her negative Nancy because that's exactly who she is. Guys, thank you for coming in. I see my girls in the house. I'm good timing with her. Vika Real underscore space. Make sure you go ahead and check her out. She says hello, host and chat. This is her time right here. To me, I would still be in the bed turning over, but I decide, I went out there and I let my little dog outside. So I say, let me come online. So guys, again, happy blessed Sunday, and make sure you go ahead and share this live. Make sure you go ahead and share and show your support. But this right here, this was heavy on my heart, guys. I wanted to go ahead and talk about it, because we have to be careful. We have to be careful how we go around people that's unequal yoke. Just because you think that to you it looks good, but is it really good? Because sometimes when you around someone that's unequal yoke, all you're doing is it's like a energy drainer, like a vampire sucking the life out of you. You will never find happiness. Yeah, maybe for a while, but sooner or later you'll never find happiness because it's like two worlds. Two different worlds. She has huge, big dreams that on a poor man's budget. That's exactly how I see it. Big dreams on a poor man budget. She was out there on the balcony and she's dreaming that she's in Ocean City, thanking God that this man had opened up his house and allow her to come in. And that's the part that I just don't understand. She is a very ungrateful person. And I'm not trying to sit there and beat her down. I'm telling the truth. But the thing about it is, I hold Mao, I hold him accountable for it, and it's going to end up backfiring on him because he's giving her that free reign just to make peace, just to have peace in his home. So he's telling her, you can go and kick out your people, his people. Yeah, I actually heard him say this. This is not allegedly. He said, you do whatever you want to do. If you want to go ahead and you want to shut him out, kick him out, you do it. Talk to him any kind of way. And it's not his word verbatim, but pretty much. He's telling Rocio to talk to the workers, talk to people that's coming on that compound. You can get rid of them, but it's not going to work because you have to remember, Mawa, that you live in a glass house. You actually live in a glass house. And the same house that you're living in is the same house that your villagers, your community help build for free. And if it's not for free, for a plate of food or a dollar a day, according to what the reports are out there. And I'm going to say allegedly to that. But they pretty much all came together, your villagers, your people in that village came together and help you build that mansion. I sit there and I watch. I watch how I saw people that was helping build that house with no shoes on, bare feet, no tools, forks and spoons was building that mansion, that compound for him. I can't make this up if I want to. So now all of a sudden that you feel that you got what you wanted out of your community, that you can go ahead and you can shut the gate on them. No, it's not going to work like that. I see my girls in the house early in the morning. This is my first time ever came on this early. My girl, country girl Queena, she says, Grand Rising, unapologetic, real talk, and truth tellers. Guys, happy blessed Sunday. Happy blessed Sunday. I just felt, I just needed to come and talk about this. And the reason why I'm talking about it, because I really think that when it comes to Ayamawa and Rosia, it's much bigger. It's much bigger. You might sit there and say, well, Lady D, you tell me how it's much bigger than them, because I see history repeating itself. Like I said, when Africa, and not only Africa, right here where we are, because I truly believe that we are indigenous people to this land. When these invaders came in, some of them, I think that they was able to just glide on in. We opened the doors for them. And that's exactly what you see Ayamawa is doing. He is open the door. So when you open the door, then what do you think? That's just like in the Bible. Once you done clean your house, Africa done clean the house, getting these people out, closing the doors on them because they know they have that takeover spirit. But once you let them back in, once the house is clean, then what they going to do? They gonna sit there and make your life a living hell. They gonna tie you down. They gonna take everything from you. And that's the part that I don't understand when it comes to Ayamawa. Because his villagers, his people that's in that community, is not gonna let him get away with it. If anything, they just gonna be surrounded by walls. Not even gonna be able to go out and gonna be up all night because you don't take advantage of God's people, especially people that's out there helping you to build what build your dreams, help you build your dreams. And do you actually think that people gonna allow you now to sit there and shut the doors on them? I know that it's boundaries, privacy. I understand that. We all want our privacies. But you also don't treat people bad just because you're trying to keep peace in the house. And all I see right now, what I'm seeing, I am seeing history repeat itself. That's exactly what I'm seeing. I am watching right now history repeating itself. And as you can see right here, this is what I call when two worlds collide. And the thing about it, when it comes to Rocio, she looks down at these people, hands down, no doubt. I got eyes, I can see. She looks down at them. But the thing about it, you looking at down at them, but you know difference. You just in two different worlds. I never saw any one that's in that village lived like I saw Rocio parents live. Let me say it again. I never saw anyone, even though she wants to sit there and say they are in poverty, they are suffering. These people are not in poverty and these people are not suffering. These people are living off of the land. Just because you don't see that these people are riding in fancy cars and wearing Prada, that does not mean that the ones that's in that village is suffering and in poverty. These people are not hungry. These people eat off of the land. Something that we all should take notes. Just because you feel that, oh, someone living in a sky rising apartment and going out there and eating in the restaurants, that's her lifestyle. That's what her dreams is on a poor man's budget. So she feels that these people are rich just because they can sit in a restaurant. That does not mean you rich. That means that you cannot cook. Because who wants to pay money to go and sit in the restaurants every day, all day? Maybe, on special occasions. But these people knows how to cook. You don't know how to cook. So that's why I don't understand when it comes to Rocio, why is she doing all that complaining? You can't cook. We know you can't clean up. You ride off of Mao's anointing. You ride off of his anointing. You should be right there thanking him each and every day instead of complaining. Make it make sense. Country Girl says, I've been up for a while. My body is used to being up so early. Oh my God, yes, indeed. Well, you already know what they say, early birds get the worm. Early birds get the worms. Well, I'm in my bed, but I decided, let me come on and, talk about this right here because I was supposed to talk about it yesterday, but I went ahead and I pushed it back. But, I just want to know, make it make sense. Because, like I said, every new broom, if you go and purchase a broom and a mop out of the store, it's going to sweep good and it's going to do the mop, going to do the job. But sooner or later, that old broom and that old mop is going to be thrown in the closet with the rest of the old mops and the old brooms. And she does not have nothing to offer. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you didn't bring nothing to the table. This man allowed you to come in. He gives you the authority to talk to his people any kind of way just for him to sit there and have peace. But I promise you, you would never have peace because you could never make her happy. And the only reason why he's doing that, because he's trying to say peace in the house. You see that? But she would never be happy. She gonna always complain. And the reason why, because she wants to live a life that she cannot even afford. That's the reason why she went to him. She's not happy with him. We already know. She already said it. She says, she like blonde hair, blue eyed white men. But I guess, she felt like, she was getting up in age. She's in her 30s now. Time is ticking, that her dreams is not being fulfilled. So I'm finna go ahead. I see this joker right here. She looked at it as a joke. That's my opinion. Looked at him as a joke. No attachment, no love. It's just that she saw what he had. And that's the bad thing about it. Because material stuff can never bring you happiness. Never. Especially when that's all you want. If material stuff is all you want, it will never bring you happy. And that's real talk. Can't get no real than this. And like I said there and say, I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm going to tell it just like it is. And no one is jealous. No one is picking. But what I see right here, I see history is repeating itself. Our people allow this to happen. You could have shut the doors. And that's Bible scripture. Let me see. I know that's a scripture that talks about that. How when you let them in, if once you done clean your house and you allow these people out, and we already know when it comes to Africa, Africa been through a lot. These people went in, took all their minerals, all their resources, and left them desolate. Africa didn't get the way that it is today. We got our president right now, Donald Trump. I remember when he once said that Africa was a S-hole. You know what an S-hole is? But how did those holes get down in Africa? Because you guys was digging for these people minerals. You guys were so greedy. You guys made Africa of what it is today. And that's why the Most High God is raising up a young generation. This president right here in Burkina Faso, raising him up and kicking them out. And they upset. They don't understand. Why are you kicking me out? They think that that land is entitled to them. You don't have no deeds to that land. You guys, you went in and you took these people land. You had your own country. But you heard of the scramble for Africa. They took everything as if it was cake, cutting it in pieces. Oh, you get a piece, you get a piece. Everybody got a piece of the pie except Africa. Now, what we seeing right now, we seeing Africa is repeating itself. Hey, Yanita, how are you doing? She says, holla, Lady D and chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming in. Happy blessed Sunday. I'm up with it early in the morning. But you all can take a piece out of what I am saying. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. It's time for us to raise up. It's time for us to rise. It's time for us to shake off of these grave clothes. How long are you going to continue allowing this to suck the life out of you? Someone have to say enough is enough. Someone has to draw the line. If not, history is going to repeat itself. And that's exactly what I see. When I saw Mao went ahead and let Rosia into his home and he built a gate. And once that gate was built, that wall was built, he kicked his own people out just to please her. And I'm pretty sure he catching much hell because she always whining, she always complaining. I never ever seen this girl pick up anything. All she did was point her finger. This needs to be done. That's need to be done. Why she didn't point the finger when it came to her parents? Why she didn't tell her parents before? Ayamawa comes to Argentina, have the backyard clean. Because knowing that he's a content creator, knowing that, he's going to be able to show how you guys was living. So if you like everything clean, why you didn't tell your parents to clean their backyard? Why it took Mawa to come there and clean it? Because if Mawa would have never came to Argentina, I promise you that backyard would still be looking like what we saw. Most likely it's back like we saw it. Because once you a pat rat, and especially in their parents' age, you're gonna continue being a pat rat because they don't know how to get rid of things. And this is not being mean. This is being real talk. This is being real talk. And all this right here is a lesson learned. I said, and I watch, I observe how we seen history repeat itself, how they take advantage of God's chosen people. I even saw their own people. They still with the backwards law where they have the chief in the village. The chief in the village is like the judge, the jury, and the executor. Whatever that chief in that village say, it goes. How I saw people lands was taken away, acres of land for nothing, for pennies on a dollar. I can't make it up if I want to. I actually saw that. Right there, Mao's sister received acres of land, purchased a toy motorcycle, something that you would buy for a child. I went ahead and I priced it right here in the United States. That motorcycle for a grown man she purchased was no more to $400 to $500 right in the United States. So if I can purchase a 400 to 500 motorcycle, imagine how much it costs in Africa, less than $400 to $500. But she have received acres of land. That's what I call a scam. And then the chief came in and all he did was use the guy's thumbprint. And they say that the guy was under influence. And I'm gonna say allegedly, he didn't even know what he was doing. But once he put his thumbprint, didn't need no attorney, no appraiser, no nothing. Just take your thumb and put it on the paper, and your land is taken away from you. Your birthrights. I can't make it up if I want to, I promise you. And then you might sit there and say, well, uh, give me the meaning of what you are trying to say. I'm breaking it down so clear where even a child can understand. What I am saying is do not let history repeat itself. Because once you let them in, then what you think gonna happen? You're gonna see history repeat itself. Wake up. And it's time for you to start doing for your own people. Stop looking down at your own people. Because I promise you, your own people is going to help you to reach your dreams, to get you where you need to get. Your own people is the one built up your channel. Your own people is the one that helped you build up that mansion. You didn't build that mansion just on YouTube money alone. No, through donations, through people that came together. Your village came together and helped you build that compound. Yesterday, I saw a black beautiful Nubian queen that was in that compound. I didn't see Rocio went out and greeted her. Mao finally, most likely, had her sitting for a long, long time. And once the cameras got on him, he decided to give her a chair to go and sit down. But they didn't really greeted her. Only reason why, most likely, because the camera was there. But before that, she was crying. And she probably was crying because she knew that that young, beautiful, melanated goddess was going to come on that compound, and she didn't want it that person. She don't want any women. She is very intimidated of women on that compound. That's just to show you she have low self-esteem. She have low self-esteem because she's very intimidated. And he's playing by her, only going to make him miserable. Ain't nothing good going to come out of that. And the only reason why, because you got to live with those people. That is your people. And soon in a minute, things does not go your way, her way. She wants to leave. Well, let her leave and keep the door shut. But she's not going to leave with that child because all she's doing is putting all that negative energy and transferring it into that child. She transferring all that negative energy into that child. That's a very happy child. But when he's around her, notice how unhappy. The child, she got him attached to him because she felt like, oh, I want to make sure, that he don't want nobody but me. She have the child attached to her where the child neck is bending. I can't make it up even if I wanted. She got that strap around him, that little strap she put around him, and the poor child is trying to see because he can identify things now. He may not be able to talk, but he can identify things. But the child neck is bent. She walking with the child neck bent. That child gonna have spinal problems, which I pray to God that he doesn't. But if somebody don't say, okay, Rosia, stop strapping that child up when you walk. Put the child in a stroller so the child can move around to stretch. You got the child all tightened up like this child is in a psychic ward. I mean, strapped up. That's what you do, crazy people. Let the child wiggle his legs. Let the child look at, nature. And then I'm thinking when Mama went ahead and unstrapped the child from her breast, that she was going to flip the child around, so the child can, see things as she walk. Because you can flip it around. It does not have to be attached, the child have to be attached to your skin. But what he did, he took the child and attached it to the child, her back. He still couldn't look because now his head is stuck to her neck, hair all in his face. But you put your life out there on display. So you can't tell people, oh, you all in my business. You put your business because that's how you get paid. You get paid because of the followers that you have, your subscribers and your donors, people that donate. So quite obvious when you got other people paying for your lifestyle, you can't tell people what not to say. And that's real talk. So I don't know why, she's coming on and she's complaining. People always telling her what to do. Well, like I said, when you came there, you didn't have no subscribers. All those subscribers that you have most likely came because you was with Mawa. So now you trying to sit there and move the goalposts as if you got those subscribers because your content was interesting. No, you didn't get that because of your singing. You didn't get that because you put out good content. You got those subscribers because of Mawa. He had a huge follower and he gave you a huge jump start. We always give them a huge jump start. And then they got the audacity to complain. That's just like what we going through right now. Oh, I don't remember when you guys was in the fields and being slaves. That's the thing that they going to say. Oh, I don't remember. Your ancestors, you wasn't here. You wasn't even born when that time. That's what they tell us. But you still reaping the harvest from your forefathers. See, that's how they get that jump start. They get the jump start because their forefathers are leaving them inheritance that really belongs to us. It's our birthrights. And you might say that, oh, Lady D, let it go. No, I'm not going to let it go until I get back what's rightfully ours. Until I get our birthrights and put it back into our children so we can leave legacies for our kids. I'm tired of watching how our people giving other people a jump start but closing the doors on their own people. I'm sick and tired of it. I have had enough. Someone got to say enough is enough. Someone got to say enough is enough. If not, history is going to repeat itself. The president of Burkina Faso, Abraham Traore, he can't do it by himself. I see another content creator. He got over 1 million subscribers. What's his name? Woody Maya, doing good. He exposing all this stuff. What Mawa is allowed to come in. But Mawa, you're not going to be happy. Read my lips, because I'm not camering up. Read my lips, Mawa. Nobody is picking. Nobody is picking on you. We want to see you prosper. We want to see you successful. But we don't want to see you getting up there by tearing down your own people. Because remember, Mawa, you live in a glass house. He actually lived in a glass house. You heard, a quote how, be careful when you live in a glass house. It's just a saying, but he actually lived in a glass house. His whole house is surrounded by huge windows. So you have to be careful because the same ones that help you get up there. That's why you got to be careful who allow you to climb on that ladder, who holding that ladder for you. Because the same ones that hold that ladder for you is the same ones that will shake your butt right off. And this is real talk, guys. I can't compromise. I can't sugarcoat. And I truly believe that it's not fair. It's not fair to the villagers. It's not fair to the people that helping him. How he allowed Rocio to get away with a lot of stuff. Mawa could put his foot down. She holds his balls. Yes, she do. She got his balls. He's supposed to be the man of his castle. And he's wondering why, when it comes to his channel, it's not doing as great as it used to be. Because people are sick and tired of being seeing how he's putting his foot on his own people's neck. They sick and tired of that. Just to please Rocio. You should be walking around with a skirt. Mawa should be walking around with a skirt and a pink tutu. Because, like I said there and say, she done grabbed him by his balls. She's controlling him. And the thing about it, she didn't bring nothing to the table. Rocio didn't bring nothing to the table. This man built this off of his community, his donations, and his YouTube channel. He built all that. He might as well walk around with a pink skirt and a pink tutu because she done sat there and she took his manhood. She absolutely is taking his manhood. And I see if she has something that she can offer to the table. I promise you, she cannot cook. These women in the village, they cooks for their man. They take care of their man. The house is clean. That house is not clean. She only have one room to clean, and she can't clean that. And finally, yesterday, I saw that room was a little decent clean. But I promise you, she didn't do it. Because if she would have cleaned that room, she would have had the cameras on that. She didn't clean it. She had the ones that comes in that village to clean that room. But I promise you, if you see any child that's on that compound doing any work, I will report that because that is called child laboring. You do not have children to come on that compound and do any work. That house is like a construction site. I saw a child yesterday was shucking corn, peeling corn or shucking corn. That child a child, looked like no more than maybe 6 or 7 years old, peeling corn. She could have been sitting down. What's wrong with her hands? Why she can't peel corns? I never saw her peeling anything. Maybe now and then just for the cameras. But you don't see her out there in the, as they say, the kitchen, because their kitchen is on the outside. You don't see her outside helping these people cut potatoes and peel corn, shuck corn. You don't see her doing nothing but taking that long finger like a long nose and pointing fingers and telling these people what to do, giving these people orders. And now all of a sudden you hearing people hollering, oh, you need a refrigerator. Girl, you live out there pretty much in nature, in the middle of nowhere, no electricity, no power, no nothing, and you hollering for a refrigerator for what? So you can sit there and have it dirty? Because you know you're not going to clean it up. And this is real talk. I'm hearing people putting comments. Oh, uh, Rocio, you need to make Mawa to get you a refrigerator. Why she can't go get it? She a YouTuber as well. Why she can't go and purchase a refrigerator? And the reason why they don't have a refrigerator, that's just to show you these people, they don't educate themselves to know these people culture. These people barely got electricity. And the ones that's in Africa, some of them is a certain time the power goes out and come back on. But you also have to study the culture when it comes to the refrigerator. Most of these ones that's out there, they live off the land. So that's why I know that when it comes to Africa, I don't care what you guys say. Africa people, we are the chosen people. We are the chosen people. Because just like when in the Bible, how the Most High God every morning, he used to send down fresh manna where they used to eat that. It was like they say sort of like it's like snow coming down, but it tastes like wafers, you know. Every morning he used to feed them. Every evening they had something to eat. He used to rain down fresh manna from heaven. And he told them to get as much as you could eat. So when it comes to Africa, they only eat as much as they can. They don't be greedy where they gonna say, "Oh, I'm going to go outside," because they call their kitchen, you know, outside gardening. They call it their kitchen. You know how we call our actually kitchen a kitchen. They're outside when they plant you know, vegetables. It's called their kitchen. So they call it their garden kitchen. So they only gather what they can eat for that night, or, you know, for, you know, but they don't gather for what to eat the next day. They eat all their food of what they have cooked that day. And the next day they go out there and they gather more food and they cook for that day. So they cook pretty much every day, but it's fresh food. So why get a refrigerator? So if you get a refrigerator, vegetables and fruits pretty much does not even belongs in the refrigerator, which we do it because, you know, down here in the United States, you know, we have adopted to these European colonized ways, which we taught them everything, but they felt like, you know, they can outdo us more smarter because if truth be told, when it comes to refrigerator, we built the refrigerator. Yes, we did. We built the refrigerator. We invented that. Go and research yourself. But let me go ahead and give you a little history. Let me give you a little history when it comes to the refrigerator, especially when you out there mainly in nature. The refrigerator, what's the purpose of getting that antifreeze? These people don't consume all that chemicals. You got to put antifreeze in a refrigerator in order for it to freeze. How you think it's going to freeze? So anything that belongs in a refrigerator, they consider as dead. Only dead things goes in a refrigerator. You cannot leave meat outside because if you leave meat outside, the meat is going to spoil. So you're going to put the meat inside of the refrigerator, which is dead. So that's how they look at life. That's why when they go out there and they fish, most of their fish is dry fish. You might sit there and say, yeah, I learned a lot in my old age. I'm not going to tell you a lot. I educate myself, honey. And that's the thing about it. Our people lack of knowledge. That's the reason why we destroy, because nobody wants to educate themselves. But when I be watching these people, I don't be watching just because I'm being jealous. I'm educating myself. I'm not going to tell you no lie. The Bible say give honor where honor is due. When it comes to Mawa's channel, I educated myself. You know, I'm not going to tell you. I really liked it. But I don't like how he treats his people. But I like how when he was humble, when he didn't have nothing, and how his entire community, Roselle wasn't there. His people was there helping him build that compound, and they did it with joy. His people built that compound with joy. Oh, you talk about Mao, honey. They would tear you down. They would tear you down, and someone would still tear you down. You can't talk about Mao, but you also have to reciprocate. You have to give back what they giving to you. These people wants to see Mao prosper, but when they was building that compound, these people were so happy. They didn't mind waking up like the dew in the morning. Hold on one second, guys. Let me. Yeah, I'm back. They didn't mind waking up like the dew in the morning, ready, ready to get to work. His people, his family. It's like family, the village. I learned a lot. I didn't know that when it comes to village people, most of them are related. Most of them are related. So it's a family. So by you now, you got one outsider that think that she's privileged, think that she's above reproach, where you allowing them to make an enemy, you making enemies with your own family. It's not going to work, Mawa, because you love your people. And I know that you love Rosia, but you also have to set boundaries because your people is not going to allow Rosia to walk all over them. And I know you feel like you in a place between a rock and a hard place, but that's when you become a man and you put your foot down and you make sure that you set orders and boundaries, even when it comes to Rosia. If not, Rosia is going to cause the whole house to collapse. And that's real talk. Can't get no clearer than that. It can't get no clearer than that. And I am not picking. But I'm telling you, no happiness, no peace is going to be in that house. And when you don't have no peace in the house, that's a Bible scripture right there. It would be best for you to go and sleep on top of the roof, which most likely that's where he's sleeping at, on top of the roof. Because he don't want to go inside of the house because all the nagging and all the complaining. But also, you have to sit there and you have to set Rosia down and you have to tell her, my people helped me build this compound. When you came here, everything was already set in place. Well, now today, the inside has a lot of work. She probably contribute, but still of all, nobody lives rent free. And just because she felt like she went ahead and she had the child, we already know the tricks right now. We don't play that no more because we already know what these women do, especially when they see someone that's successful. The first thing they want to do, they want to go ahead and have a child. But it don't work like that no more. It doesn't work like that no more. You still cannot disrespect his people. And bottom line, and I truly believe when it comes to Mawa's mother, she's not going to have it because she looked like she's very vocal. Yeah, she'll sit there and she'll smile, but she's very stern. And when she see that things is getting out of hand, I'm pretty sure she's going to come there just like when that child was sick. They had that child nose all nasal, snot running all over that child. I'm sorry, but yeah, yes, I did say it. Child was, has so much information inside of his nose. She went there and she told her, no, you do what I said to do. And when she said, well, I did it, well, she went upstairs. You show me. That's what my mama, pretty much with the cameras wasn't on, but I'm pretty sure that's what she said. She said, you show me that you made that medication because, they eat off the land. All their medication is off the land. So don't ever say that these people are poor. Don't ever say that these people are suffering They may not have the necessities that we have, but we living from paycheck to paycheck. We robbing Peter to pay Paul. We up all night trying to see how we gonna pay these bills. Well, not me, because I'm eating off the fruit of the land. Because like I said, I'm the type of person, if I don't own it, I don't want it. But when it came to me and my husband, we helped each other. I was not an energy drainer. We built this together. Just like when it came to this other guy, I don't know why you guys don't do commentary on him. When it comes to I am NASA, and I might be pronouncing his name wrong, it's Nasto, Nasto. Him is his beautiful, beautiful melanated goddess, beautiful shape. He has a beautiful family. And he has a beautiful spirit. Why nobody make no commentary on him? Why nobody talk about him? He should be the king of that village. He should be, as we got the president, he should be the president of that village, because Mao done dropped the ball. When it comes to I am Nesta, his house, his compound is clean, 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 clean. Now that's clean. And they clean it together, him and his wife. He will pull out the mop in a minute. All you seen is these people doing things together. They are working together, but I don't see Rosia and Mama working together. If anything, they walking around pointing fingers and telling people what to do as if they got slaves. No. The minute when I see I am Nesto, go and go check him out, guys. Go check his channel out. When I see him, he's on the grounds doing something. He's not pointing fingers at his employees. They working together. And that's why I got peace in that home. Beautiful queen. Because iron sharpen iron. He don't have someone that is an energy vampire that's sucking the life, draining him. He got people that he knows that's going to help him to build his dreams. And I would love to see Nestor and his wife. They call her Mama Fifi. I think they call her Fifi. I would love them to go out and enjoy, other different countries and travels. I would like to see them do that, the two of them together, so they can come back and build up their community. That's how it works. But you don't go out there and get unequal your people and think that I'm going to bring them in the village so I can be able to colonize and erase and, my community. It's not going to work like that. Not these days. The Most High God is not going to let it happen. The Most High God is not going to let it happen. And that's real talk. Hey, Island girl, I'm busy talking. I am in my bed, guys. So I hope you guys can hear me real good. Okay. She said, keep on keeping the real for the real. Thank you. Thank you very much. Also, Gracie said, Roro is taking that biller down brick by brick with her bad mind and behavior. Absolutely. And she's not only tearing down the entire village, in tearing down her family as well, the child. And she's going to be accountable, and Mao is going to be accountable for it as well, because her energy is transferring into that child. And all she's doing is bringing that negative energy. Soon in a minute, when she started crying, what did she do? She went and grabbed that child, and that child soaking up all that bad energy of hers because she felt like she entitled. I don't know why she's crying. I don't know why she's crying, because you went into his world. This man didn't know you. You sat there and you was most likely stalking him, talking about, oh, she didn't know that he didn't have all this. Yeah, you knew. You knew. That's why you sat there and hitchhiked your way to that compound, because you thought that the grass was greener. You thought that he was going to help you make all your dreams come true, which he did. And if he could pull down the sky for you, he would have, even his subscribers, because he have some very loyal subscribers. I wish I could have some like that. I got a handful, but I wish I had some loyal subscribers like he do. He has a very huge subscriber, and they are very loyal to him. So when he told them to support Rocio, they went ahead and they support Rocio. But I promise you, those are Mawa's subscribers. Just like when she went to the UK, all they was talking about Mawa, how they enjoy watching his content. They didn't say too much about her. Those are Mawa's followers. When you went to the UK, who met you? Maoist people met you. I didn't see anyone that looked like you met you and host you into their homes. It was Maoist people. So be grateful. That's all I'm saying. Just be grateful. Learn to be grateful. Don't be a energy vampire because all it's going to do, and I'm not poking fun, is going to make your nose longer and longer and longer. All you're doing is making your nose longer. That's real talk. Amawa got what he wished for, which was a Mazuga woman, because his God gift queen, the black woman, wasn't good enough for him. Absolutely. Let me read it again. I read this over and over and over and over. Mawa got what he wished for, which was a Mazuga woman, which they call Mazuga, a European woman, because his God gifted queen, the black woman, wasn't good enough for him. Like I said, much is given, much is required. You only get what you said there and you put out. We think that the grass is greener. We think that they better just because they got pink flesh. Oh, they're gods. No, they're not gods. You are gods and goddesses. All these people are invaders. They could not survive without you just because you think they look good on the outside. But inside, they are like raven wolves that you would never make them happy because they base their entire life off of material possession. And anyone that builds their house on material possession, off of material things, you are building a house on sinking sand. And that's why, just like my sister said, all you doing is building, tearing down that house. That's all you doing is tearing down that house. Because when you got a queen, a melanated queen, that knows your struggles, knows everything about you, and your spirit connects with her. Just like when it comes to I Am Nasta and his wife, their spirit connect. So their spirit connect, they can be able to do kingdom business. The only reason why you can't do kingdom business, the only reason why every time you look, you cannot finish a project because you are around unequal yoke people. But if you had a strong melanated goddess by your side, you wouldn't be all stressed up. He said when he goes into his own bedroom, he catch a headache. Mao says that. He said when he goes into his bedroom, he catches a headache because he can't stand that clutter. He can't stand how she got clothes all over the place. She don't clean up. She don't do nothing. What could she do? What could she do? And she speak in Spanish. She got a lot of kids that comes in that compound. Why she don't take one of those rooms and educate those kids? Why every time you look, she got to go on the site to find where Mao at because she's afraid that he might connect with one of those melanated goddesses while he out there on a construction site. So she goes out there and spy on him. I see if she go out there with some food, she don't go out there with no food. Oh, come on, Mao, let's go ahead and let's eat. No, she goes out there just with her and the baby on the back because she's out there with all those men on a construction site. And she's the only woman. She don't even wear no bras. I'm talking about, what a bra is, a Brazil, She don't have no undergarments, no nothing on. Got her breasts just swinging all over the place around all those men. And those people that's in that village, they have a different culture. These people are, strapped up. Ain't no woman gonna walk around my man with no bra on, all looking all loose. You do that somewhere else, but you do that in Mexico. But you're not gonna do that in this village. These people, like I say, they have standards. You want to look at these people like they cultures ain't crap. That's how I see it. They ain't crap. They beneath me. You don't see none of these women walking around with their breasts swinging left and right. You don't see none of that. You don't see none of that. Gracious say, shout it out loud. Roro is there to destroy because it's in her nature. If you know, you know. Absolutely. Like I said, they say some of these people, once you get them out, they only can watch from a distance. Because the minute when you let them in, what they going to do? The minute when you let them in, what they going to do? They're going to tear it down because they are a destroyer. They are a destroyer because they got that superior complex. But if you're going to go on a construction site around all them men, then you should be able to have the right undergarments on. You should have a Brazil on. Ain't no way in the world you gonna come around my man looking loosey goosey. You're not gonna do that. Not at all. That loosey goosey better go set that contrite spirit down. She better go sit down. But someone got to say enough is enough. Someone got to draw the line. But I promise you, I know exactly who's gonna draw the line. Because see, Mao is not gonna do it. Because see, he's trying to keep peace. And he feel that that's going to affect his channel. If he put his foot down, the first thing that these people on the outside, most of them are bots. Most of them sitting there telling Mao needs to do this for Rosia. Mao shouldn't do this for Rosia. Mao gave this girl an entire life, put her in something that she never had, only dreamed of. Did anyone ask what Mao wants? But I promise you, watch you guys come back and tell me. It's gonna be Mao's mama. It's gonna be his mom. What y'all call a Congress mom? It's gonna be his mother. She the one gonna check that spirit. And then when Mao's mom came, she lied. Mao sat there and said that my mom haven't seen the child in almost a month. She said no. Rosia said no. It was like 2 weeks. She said no. I haven't seen the child in months because she don't want to bring the child around because she does not want her child to be attached to Maoist people because she's on a mission. And that's my opinion. All this right here is allegedly for entertainment purpose only. That's my opinion. Yes, I'm going to say entertainment purpose only. And the reason why I'm going to say entertainment because this right here is a circus. This is a joke. What's her name? Kong Mom. Oh, they call her. Hey, Evil. Evil. Her name is Kong Mom. I think Congress Mom, right? Also, Island Girl say fair trade. He wanted a baby and he got it. Absolutely. I remember when he did an interview with a reporter. She was a very beautiful black melanated goddess, and he stood up there. I got a clip of that. I took a clip of that. He stood in her face and in the world that he wanted a biracial kid because he thought that when it comes to biracial children that they will have a better life. And he's supposed to be educated. His mom's supposed to be a school teacher. But he thinks just because a child is biracial that that child is going to have a better life. If anything, that child is going to have it much harder because he most definitely not going to be accepted around people that looks like his mom. And he's definitely not going to think that he more privileged around people that looks like the dad because they are not going to have it. They're going to check him. And if he don't put his foot down and allow her to sit there and have this child attached to her everywhere she goes, then you going to see what we going through right here on the United States. You going to see exactly in that village through his son of what we going through right here on the grounds of the United States. If he don't be a man to his house, if he don't step up, Mao got to step up. Because if not, that child is going to observe all of Rosia's energy. He gonna pick up all of her traits. He that have an ear, hear what the Spirit is saying. Some of you guys caught exactly what I'm saying. So if he don't put his foot down, what we are going through right now on the United States grounds, thank God for Trump with this right here, closing the doors on some of that mess, because this is getting out of hand. And now we are in the month of pride right now, where these people they just doing too much. Now, if you want to go and parade around with your flag, parade around with your flag. That's your choice. But now I'm hearing Tasha K saying they not only parading around the parks and around town with a flag, they want to walk buck naked now. They want to walk out naked. That's Rosia. If Mao would let her have full range when it comes to her feminist, she'll walk around buck naked around all men, because of that type of spirit that they have. They don't want to walk around with women. She don't want to be around women. Oh, she's intimidated of women. Women can't come on those compounds, but she can prance herself pretty much half naked around all those men, because it's something in them. Something is a spirit that's in them, a very dark spirit in some of them, where some gets off like that. And I can't make it up even if I want to. And that is my opinion. Because nowhere in the world you're going to walk around loosey goosey, nothing, no undergarments, no undergarments. This girl don't have no undergarments on. I remember when she had a dress on and she sit down, you saw all of her coochie. I promise you. She don't wear no bras, but she walk around all them men. Down here, we would call that enticement. Girl, you better go set your little nasty tail and you better go put some undergarments. That's what we would tell her. You would check yourself. Look at Mao's mom, Congress mom, his mom. When she comes, she said that she wrapped up from the neck on down. I'm not saying wrap up from the neck on down, but I'm also saying you need to go ahead and put some undergarments on too. Stop prancing your tail around all them men. Stop going on the construction site when this man is out there working around those men. Go find some women that's in the village. That's very unhealthy. Very unhealthy. She don't even want to associate with no women on that village. And the first thing she was sitting there saying when she was in Argentina, nobody likes her. These women sit there pretty much bow down to you. No, it's you with your bad energy. It's you with your bad energy that don't like them, because you are intimidated, because you afraid, because you don't want Mawa, but you're afraid that they're gonna take what you trying to get. You trying to get a step up. Because the minute when you see another joker that's better than Mawa, you most likely she's gone. And to me, that's my opinion. All this right here is for entertainment purpose only. This real talk, guys. This real talk. Fair trade, he wanted a baby and he got it. Absolutely. And also, con mom means congratulations, mom. Okay, thank you, Evil. Before she got the name, she always saying congratulations to her children, and that is why they gave her congratulations. But keyboard reactor said con mom. Okay, all right, thank you, thank you. Like I said, I'm learning a lot of stuff. I'm not here just to tear down. I'm building up. But I'm also sitting there letting them see about these kicker worms. They canker worms, palmer worms, locusts, these leeches, these caterpillars. All they there is to suck the life out of you. They only see what you got. They don't want Mala. And so in a minute when he was dressing up, oh, now I can talk to you. You should be bowing down to him. You are in his home. You are in his home. Eva said Rosia has something over Mao. She knows too much of his manipulation tactics to get money from subscribers and donators. Absolutely. She got to have a hold on him. And that's good for him. That's his karma, because you don't treat other people bad, especially the people that helping you get to where you're trying to get. If these people sitting there holding your ladder and helping you, you shouldn't be treating those people bad. Especially when you living in a glass house. Especially when they holding up your ladder. Like I said, they gonna end up shaking your butt clean off of that ladder. And I promise you, the fall is worse than going up. Pride comes before the fall, and that's real talk. So Roro uses reverse psychology and made it about herself when it was her and didn't like or respect the villagers. Absolutely. We thought that this girl, the way that she was acting around that place, we thought she was born with a silver spoon. I promise you. I thought that she came from money, the way that she was acting. But she was the great pretender. Now that's what you call a con. She was a great pretender. We thinking, oh, when she had a pen and a paper and giving instructions and telling people, I want clean, 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 clean. That's all you heard. Clean, clean, clean. Every other word you could even understand what she was saying. But you understood when she said clean, clean, clean. But yet when Mara showed her parents' house, these people was living like Sanford and Son, like a junkyard. And that's not poking fun. I'm talking facts. You put your life out there. So you can't tell people how to paint your a beautiful picture of your life when we see that you are faking it until you make it. That's what you call faking it until you make it. These people is not about that life. But I promise you, watch you guys come back and tell me Ma was mom is the one that gonna put her in her place. She's not gonna have that. You're not gonna mess with her son. Your son, her son giving you a life. You didn't have nothing. You didn't have a pot to pee in and a window to throw out of. You didn't came with nothing but the clothes on your back. Now all of a sudden, you wants to feel like you the king of the castle. Girl, go set your tail down. Go set your tail down somewhere. And that's real talk. Hey, Angela. Hey, guys. Thank you. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Thank you guys for coming in. Eva says, remember, girlfriend says she's a nature witch. Absolutely. And that's why I said the more she sat there and she get angry, the longer her nose. When she had put on that makeup on, would she call herself natural? But yet she came out with some makeup. All she needed was a witch hat. And you can't tell me this girl does not practice witchcraft. Because look, when she went to Argentina, had a circle looking like she was in the middle of an altar, had this guy drinking her placenta. What man that you know drinks, especially African goddess, a drink a woman's placenta? Now I heard the Kardashians came with that crap where they was eating placenta, but we don't do crap like that. If you want to eat your placenta, eat your own placenta. Had this man drinking her placenta, putting it in a smoothie. He weak. And that's why he gonna be walking around his village with a pink skirt and a pink tutu. Father like son. If he don't put his foot down. Because right now she got him by the balls. And if he don't stop it, he might as well paint that entire house pink and put a pride flag over that house. Because, like I said there and say, you could see that spirit. You could see right now that spirit is going to enter into his house. And that's real talk, okay? That's right. Tell the truth. Absolutely. That's all. I can't sit there, I can't sugarcoat. I can't, babyfy someone. I got to tell it like it is, this real talk. Unapologetic, you know? Come on, guys, hit the subscribe button because I promise you, ain't no changing in here. So I'm not sitting there pretending. I talk like this each and every day. Why you think they don't like me? But I'm not here for nobody to like me. I'm here to stand on my truth. So come on and hit the like button. I was about to say the hearts, but hit the likes and share this live for more unapologetic content. Ain't no changing over here. This is real talk. Oh, she's being mean. No, I'm being real. I'm saying what you only thinking. Eva said, "Girl, I don't know how long you'll be watching these people. Mom ain't no better." She's going to go back and look at some of the stuff she's been doing. They do anything to get their content. I understand all that, but I'm also, like I said there and say, I'm seeing how this outsider is also doing things too. Now, once she kick that outsider out, then we'll go after them, okay? But in the meanwhile, get this outsider out, get this leech out, get this kinkerworm out. You guys understand what I'm saying? Get this out. Then we can work on the rest of it. Okay. But like I said, this is real. It can't get no real than this. He already wearing the pink skirt. Absolutely. Next time when I come on live, I'm gonna put him in a daggone pink skirt and a pink tutu. He need a tutu, because she got him by the balls, honey. Walking around them grown men, walking around them grown men. And then the thing about it, I didn't like the fact when she said that brought candy. You bringing candy to grown men that's been working from sun up to sundown, and you bringing candy, bringing Skittles. That's just to show you how she is. But them same Skittles, them rainbow Skittles, gonna be attached right there into your house in the flesh. Some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. If he don't sit there and get that child off of her breast. If he don't get that child off of her breast, I promise you, he's gonna be eating some pink Skittles too, and it ain't gonna be no candy. So he better man up. You better man up, Mawa. You better man up because you think, honey, those Skittles you was giving to your villagers instead of giving these people a hot meal, a plate of food, knowing these people was working hard and all they was you was giving them was candy, Skitters. Who, like I said there and say, honey, you reap what you sow. So that candy Skittles might sit there and turn to something else. You probably have a big Skittle that you walking around in that village, throwing out Skittles and rainbows and flowers. If you don't get that off of Roselle's breast, that child now is 7 months. It's time for that child to sit there and be in a daggone stroller off of her back, off of her breast. Because that's her excuse to walk around them men, them grown men, walking around those grown men with her breasts just bouncing here and there underneath that flat butt. Somebody got to say it. We don't play that down here. I promise you. Let her walk around any men with no underwears on, no undergarment on, and her breast sitting there bouncing all over the place, and she pulling it out. I remember Mawa. It was. I'm not, guys. I'm not sitting there trying to be funny. I remember they was in the van, in that little safari van that they got. I remember she pulled out her breast with all those men, and even if she breastfeeding, you should have breastfed your child before you got on that van. She pulled out her breast in front of all those men, and Mawa told her, "Cover yourself up." He finally said, "Cover yourself up." She don't care where she pull her breast out. But somebody got to say enough because I promise you, come down here to the United States and pull that mess around these sisters around here. First of all, you're not going to be around those men. You're going to be around women. And the only reason why she don't want to be around women because she don't want nobody to check her. She feel like she's superior, but you're not better than them. You're not better than them. Because these women in the village, you may look down at them as if they don't have nothing, but they got more than you. You had to go into their territory. You had to go into their territory and get what they already had. And do you think that you're going to hold up that long, huge nose and look down at these people? I don't think so. Your walls got to be taller than what it is today. And I don't care how many cameras that you got. These women is not going to let you put your foot on their neck when they know that you didn't come with nothing. You slid off of the pole to get where you at today. And I'm gonna say allegedly, all this right here to me is for entertainment purpose only. It's real talk, okay? Angela, hey Angela, Angela say, Mama, Mama, you tell off your man worker, your mom, your sister, and fellow YouTubers. Now stand up to Roe. He can't because he addicted to that pink flesh. He don't care if it looks good, old, young, long as it's pink. He's what Dr. Umar called, he's addicted to those snow bunnies. And that's what's going to take him down. That's going to make his whole world come collapsing down. Because you show me what man right now that goes after these type of people that everything is still intact. All he's doing is setting himself up for failure. That's it. Because they're running after something that's unequal yoke. And when you start running after unequal yoke people, it's like the blind leading the blind. And what's going to happen? They all going to end up in a ditch. They're going to live in a ditch. And once he fall in the ditch, she going to try to find the next victim. But that's it with you, girl. That's it. That's it. Angela said, yes, she need to cover it up when breastfeeding. Absolutely. And now they want to do with this feminist, oh, women can, long as they have a baby and they breastfeed and they can walk all in public. Like I said, they're saying you should have standards. That's not excellent. Breastfeed your children at home. Nobody wants to see all that. Some people just doing it as an excuse. Like I say, when it comes to this Me Too movement, this feminist movement, got all of us all messed up. Ain't nothing but a Jezebel spirit. All that is what I call a Jezebel spirit. And what happened to Jezebel? Jezebel had her husband on a run, had her husband walking with a pink tutu and a pink skirt on. And you might as well go ahead and put a bow on those braids. Those braids that Mara got on his head, he might as well go ahead and put a pink bow on that as well. And while you're putting a pink bow, go ahead and put it on your offspring as well. Because the tree don't fall far. If you go that way, you just say you should go that way. That's real talk, guys. Yes, she thinks she's better than all the village. Uh, yes, she thinks she's better than all the village women, including Mao's mom and sister. Yeah. Oh, she don't have a pot that you know what and when to throw it out of. Yes, she need to cover it all up. Talk up the thing. This is real talk. No holds barred. Absolutely. Absolutely. I wish I knew how to pin it up. Yes, yes. Let me see if I can pin this message up. Yes, absolutely. Uh, and also she says, and she never gives Rocio credit. She only wait, and she never gives Mawa credit. She only says she's the reason that her channel grew. Really, Ro? Let me read it again. And she never gives Mara credit. And I've been talking about that. She's not a grateful person. Always me, what I want. Everybody sitting there saying what she want. Well, did anybody ever ask what Mara want? She only says she is the reason that her channel grew. Really, Ro? Also, Mara is, yeah, he pee-whipped. That's all Ro knows to do. Yeah, she pee-whipped. But like I said, they didn't say. It got some young goddess right now better than her, and that's why she intimidated. It's not that good. It's not that good because if it was that good, why she got to go on other sites and find where he's at? Because she know if she lose him, she's out. You see? So yeah, you could be P whipped for a while. I thought I had the best of the best, but like I say, it go get old just like anything else, and gets like I say, before you know it, they'll move on. But still of all, if that's what got him blind, then that's all you're gonna have is that pink flesh. Because you're sure not gonna live in that mansion. You sure not gonna live in that glass house. And you're sure not gonna be on that compound. And all you're gonna have is that pink flesh. And that's real talk, okay? So Angela says, I honestly think Mawa tired of Ro, but he don't want to admit it. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. But the thing about it, he need to put his foot down because I saw the other day he said on camera, "You do what you want to do to his people. If you want to close the doors off of these people and kick them out, you do it." And he's only doing that so he can have peace in the house. But still, of all, she's going to sit there and she's going to insert it. All he she was looking for is Mawa to give the word that I can kick these people out. But you kick these people out. And I promise you, you're not gonna like what's gonna be reciprocated because they are not gonna let you kick them out, especially when it comes to these women. Those women gonna come on that compound, and you keep running your mouth, and you're gonna get checked. Keep running your mouth, Rocio, and you're gonna get checked because you only can do all that behind those walls. But like I say, those walls are not tall enough, and that's real tall. Hey Ellis. Ellis Queen says Mao have low self-esteem. He hate himself because of the color. He think Rosil is superior than him. Absolutely, he hate himself, and it's sad. It's so sad when it's self-hate. It's sad when it's self-hate. That's why he can't take those glasses off. He's not taking those glasses off because keeping those glasses on because he think that he's blind in one eye. You could see real good in the other eye. If you could see with those dark shades, I'm pretty sure you could see even better without the shades. The only reason why you putting those shades on because you hate the person that you see. You don't like who you see. That's why you keep those shades on. Not because, oh, something affecting your eyes. If something was infecting your eyes, then you would take them off at night. If he make a video at night, he still got those shades on. And the reason why he got those sun shades on, because he don't like who he see. Even his sister, she hates who she see in the mirror. And that's why they run after those Europeans. Because they hate who they see. They don't like who they see. And that's real talk. But that's sad when that's self-hate. That's a disease. You need to go ahead and get that checked. Island Girl said I would donate the bowels. She doesn't even prioritize her poor baby. Absolutely. Always on donations. Always on donations. And then the thing about it, everybody was telling her, Rosia, pump the child's nose. I mean, she's sitting there, she's trying to make her content, the child barely breathing. All you can hear is the child. That's all you could hear. Couldn't hear nothing but the child barely breathing because she don't want to pump the child's nose. And it takes Mawa to come in and start picking in the child's nose. Wipe the child's nose. She's walking around with the child nose running. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Mao Chan is still slowly fed and look at his views. Absolutely. People is not going to support that mess. He thought that, if I can go ahead and get a YT person in my community, my views going to go up. No, your views will go up if you working together and she's bringing something to the table. What is Rosil bringing to the table? What did Rosil bring to the table? If anything, like I said there and say, the scammer got scammed because she didn't bring nothing to the table. She felt like if she had that child, then she gonna have more reign, which she did. He gave her more reign, gave her more power. But do you think that the villagers that's in that community is going to allow that to happen? I don't think so. I don't think so. Hey, Harriet. Harriet Johnson said, hi. My sister said it because she is so bad for that man and that it's people. Let me read it again. Hi. My sister said it's because she is so bad for that man and the people. I am an African woman that cannot go on in my country. No, no, no. That's it. People are tired. People are saying enough is enough. People are not, especially when it comes to these African women, these goddesses, these real queens that's in that village. They're not going to allow that to happen. They're not going to allow it to happen. So Mara might as well go ahead and make peace with his villagers because you are living in a glass house. You are actually living in a glass house. And if you want this germ to sit there and tear down your own community, everything that you built up, then you are a poor excuse of a man. And that's real talk. Eva says, girl, you keep saying it and keep it real because when I say it, I say raw and cooked. That's my opinion. They didn't like it. They can't step off Marwa. Don't even know it's his child. Oh my God. Like I said, their opinion is not my opinion, okay? I'm just reading. I'm just a messenger. So let me go ahead and read it again. Girl, you keep saying it and keep it real because when I said raw and cooked. That's my opinion. They don't like it. They can step off a mile. Don't even know if that's his child, mama's baby, daddy. Maybe. My God. Do say, honey. Do say. Like I said, mama's baby's daddy's maybe. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Say, girl. How you have 500,000 subscribers and getting like 16K views, 20K views, 30K views, and Mara Rowe is finishing your channel? Absolutely. People don't say enough is enough. People are tired of this. She's bringing drama. That's all she's doing. But like I said there and say, you reap what you sow. He thinking that he's on them grounds planting vegetables. You planting karma. That's what you planting. Pure karma, and it's going to reap. And sooner or later, you're going to see it's going to be a harvest. So when they come back and bite you on your butt, just remember the seeds that you planted because you're going to receive the harvest. And that's real talk. Okay. She's the biggest parasite of them all. Angela, also, Island Girl, true. Absolutely. But like I say, and here is real talk, guys, unapologetic and non biased. So, like I said, all this right here is a lesson learned. I'm not here to tear down. And if I'm tearing down, I'm building back up. But I'm here to tell, and I'm going to close it out with this. If Mawa don't take his balls back, he's going to be walking around saying, uh, me too, okay? Or you going to see that pride parade in Nabahasi village. You're going to see a pink rainbow flag flying on his compound if he don't take his balls back. And also, what he needs to do, he need to get that child off of Lucille's chest, because if she don't break off of from that child, I promise you, he's gonna have problems in that village. Everybody's better run, okay? Because like I said, that germ don't care who home it hits. So he that have an ear, hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. This is real talk. This is not to poke no fun. But you don't want to see history repeating itself, because of not. All you're doing is opening the doors to the same stuff that we going through right now on the United States, the hell that we are going through right now. You're going to sit there and you're going to see it, because she already sat there and say how she want her son if he wants to wash dishes. So she already had that already in her mind. Like I said, the tree don't fall far. I remember hearing Rosia and Mao was sitting down talking of how they want to raise the child. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm about to close out right now. Mao has said that he wants to see his child outside, doing, men work, Yes, it got men work. Yes, it got men work. No woman don't wants to go out there and do the things that the man doing. He wants to see his child outside. She say she wants the child inside washing dishes. Where, like I said there, say, Mao, if you don't put your foot down, your dreams might come true. If you don't put your foot down and be the king of your castle, be the king of your castle, your dreams might come, Rocio dreams might come true. And it's time for Rocio to take that child off of her breast. Let me say it again. It's time for Rocio to take that child off of her breast. Because if she does not, history is going to repeat itself. And we already know when it comes to the Most High God, to him. It's like stink to his nostrils. Close the door to that perverted spirit that is trying to enter into that village. Let me say it again. Close the doors to that perverted spirit that is trying to enter into that village through Rocio. Rocio is very calculated. She's very manipulative. She knows exactly what she's doing. And I'm going to come out and say, because in here is unapologetic real talk. I can't sugarcoat. I'm a true teller. What Rocio is trying to do is usher in that perverted spirit, even if she got to usher in through that child of hers. And I'm not sitting there trying to poke no fun of nothing. But if Mawa does not put his foot down, you're going to see the same stuff that we are going through right now into the United States. And that's real talk. So on that note, guys, you all be blessed. Somebody caught exactly what I'm saying. Someone caught exactly what I'm saying. And this month is pride. This month is pride. And like I said, that perverted spirit does not care who he attach himself to. And once he get a hold to it, I promise you, your whole world is going to come collapsing down, because you're going to see men running to other men and women running to other men right in that village came through Rosia, if he don't put his foot down. And that's real talk. So guys, you all be blessed. Enjoy your day. So let me see how I can go ahead and end this live. Thank you, all you guys. Graces, Alan, Angela, Eva, Country Girl. Thank you guys, Vika. Thank you guys. Make sure you go ahead and check out Vika, Island Girl. Thank you all, every last one of you guys. If I didn't mention your name, charge it to my heart. Thank you for coming in and supporting this channel, even the ones that's out there in the bushes. Like I said, in here is unapologetic real talk. I'm not saying it because I want clicks and likes. Trust me. If I want clicks and likes, I will sit there and jump on the bandwagon. But yes, I want clicks and likes. Yes, I want you to subscribe to this channel, but I also it's not going to sell my soul for it. And that's real talk. So you all be blessed. Enjoy the rest of your day and only do what you know that's going to benefit and going to glorify God. So let me see how to close out on this, because I am on my phone, guys. So you all be blessed and enjoy the rest of your day.